Grindtime Sports Talk on the mornings. On a Monday. Top of the morning, DB was.
Man, what's going on, man? Top of the morning, man. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. How was your weekend?
Man, it was cool. It was pretty good, man. Pretty extravagant, man.
Yeah, I heard, man. Heard you turned up a little bit.
Yeah, man. Got a lot of control, man. But we brought it back. We put it back together. Close to the Monday. So
okay,
yeah, man.
Well, he showed up for work, so that's all that matter, right? Another day, another dollar, baby.
Another day, another dollar. Late nights, early mornings, man.
In that order, look, cuz late nights, early mornings. Well, welcome back to the Grindtime Podcast. I'm your host, Baldhead. That's my little cousin, DB. We are the Grindtime Sports Talk team in the mornings. You can check us out Monday through Friday. We're about to get this Monday started with the weekend games. Did you see them games over the weekend, DB?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I was most definitely locked in. That was most definitely a good part of my weekend. Also
locked in, huh?
Locked in, most definitely.
Yeah, your man's them seemed like they had a pretty good weekend. And
yeah.
If you watch this show, when I say DB, your mans and them, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about those Los Angeles Lakers. This Friday night, the Philadelphia 76ers rolled out west, and they lost the game 94-101 to the Los Angeles Lakers. The 76ers are still without Joel Embiid, so I didn't really expect a whole lot out of that team, DB. How did your Lakers look on Friday night to you, though?
They looked a little rusty from a couple games sitting out.
Okay.
They couldn't really keep that ball in possession with them. A lot of turnovers. Had 21 turnovers that game.
21.
21 turnovers. But they were still able to pull it off. Even with those 21 turnovers. And we got the W, so that's the biggest part of it.
Right.
But I expect them to look a little better by them being a little more rested and stuff and everything. But
well, as far as the scoring goes, though, on Friday night, they had 6 players in double figures. Did you like that part of it? Do you think that would help the Lakers do a little bit better going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I think that's what they need. I think everybody needs to chip in because you can't rely on LeBron or AD. You know what I mean, or just one man in particular to pull it off and win the game. This is not a one man game no more. So that's what we need. We need those 6 players to chip in, and they won. And I really, to be honest with you, I really don't cut the 76ers no slack. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that. They still a good team with no big man, without Embiid, but they still got somebody to fill his place. It ain't Embiid, but they still got somebody to fill his place. You know what I mean? And we didn't see them, with the upcoming talk. We didn't see them knock out the Clippers this weekend too. So that right there really just make me make it look better for us. You know what I mean? Show them no love because.
Yeah, and the Sixers don't have a bad record. They actually, after that loss on Friday night with the Lakers, they were tied with the Lakers at 38-32. So, I mean, not the Clippers, the Sixers. So the Sixers have actually been playing pretty good basketball in spite of their all-star player, superstar player, Joel Embiid, MVP, out for the season. Kelly Oubre's been showing up for them fairly regularly. Tyrese Maxey, obviously, 27 points, 3 assists and 2 rebounds, 16 points from Tobias Harris. Between Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey, if they could get regular 20-plus point games from the Sixers in the playoffs, I think the Sixers are a dangerous team going into the playoffs in the East. What you think?
I think they got something going, but
Not championship dangerous, just dangerous enough that they could bring it tonight and knock a team that's supposed to do better. They'll knock them out. That's all I mean. I don't think they're going to. You know what I mean?
I do. I agree. I most definitely agree. They will be able to knock a couple teams out or a team. You know what I mean? I think whoever playing, they just gotta be on their game. You know what I mean? Because like we're seeing it right now, right before our eyes, that that they can do it, and that you should underestimate them just because Embiid is out. You know what I mean? So, it will be nice to go ahead and get a couple pieces moved out the way. You know what I mean? But you know, us Lakers, baby, we ain't taking no losses. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, the Lakers did pretty good against the Sixers on Friday night, obviously. Like I said, I didn't expect much. But with LeBron and AD not having monsters game, LeBron 20, AD 23 respectively, AD did pull down 19 rebounds. That ain't something that he consistently does, almost pulled down 20 rebounds. I've been seeing that a lot from big men this year, but generally it usually is Andre Drummond or a player like that. AD pulling down 15 plus rebounds a night, I think that's almost a guaranteed Lakers victory, DB.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Just the rebounds, man. We can't have a second chance points, man. We can't get nobody get a second chance points. So the more rebounds we get, the better we look. The better we look, and the more stops we can control with the other team scoring. But yeah, it'd be nice to get from just go off and can keep a high 19, high 20 rebounds a night, and that's you know, it don't matter on what side of the floor it is. Hopefully our team is scoring and their team is missing enough to where those rebounds add up from off the other side. You know, then we'll be much more happy. You know what I mean? With that, considering that means that the guys is actually playing the defense and contesting these shots, smothering these guys enough to where they're applying that pressure to where the guys is actually missing their shots, and we capitalizing down on boards.
Right. Yeah, the Lakers just need to bring it like that. If they could bring it like that every night, I would actually definitely pick them in the play-in, but they'd probably be my favorites in the second round of the playoffs too. I just don't know if the Lakers can sustain this type of even scoring across the board from 5 or 6 players in double digits. But the Lakers did pull it out on Friday night, though, 101-94 to the Sixers to improve on Friday to 38-32. But that wasn't the only game that the Lakers played this weekend. They also played Sunday, which was yesterday.
That's right.
And the Lakers played the Pacers last night, and it was a shootout, DB. When I looked at the score at the end, because I didn't catch the end of the game, I just tuned back in to see the score at the end. It was 145-150. I just knew they was in overtime. For both of those teams to give up that many points in regulation, they both seem to be having problems on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. I seen some things that I didn't really care for that actually kind of got in my skin, but I couldn't let it, disrupt me too badly.
Okay.
I seen
because they did get the win.
They did get the win, but we was up by 19 once part of time. You know what I mean? And with some good defense with that, I think we should have been able to sustain that 19-point lead or even grow it. You know what I mean? To where we didn't have to play so hard in the end for us offensively, but defensively lock everyone up to maintain that stretch we had on them. And I seen some stuff I didn't like,
Was it from any player in particular or just from the team?
It was. So I noticed that Hachimura and Prince, they didn't seem like they got cooked on the defensive end. I think that the gameplay was a little off. Probably was a little tiresome, or maybe I want to say lazy, but I'm giving tiresome. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I seen Lil Brian, say something to Hachimura, get on Hachimura a couple times.
About his defense, you think?
About his defense, yeah. Some points in the paint, and then on a few cuts. I
Right.
think I think I think the effort was I think they was so focused on kind of scoring that they just wasn't able to lock in defensively like they should have. You know what I mean? The thing of it is, I think that is if they can get both running hand in hand, then it'll be perfect. Let's just turn this defense up some, and we'll be a much better team. But I did
Mm-hmm.
see it. I seen some stuff from Prince to where he couldn't hold this man as much. Siakam, he for the Pacers he scored 36 points.
Mm-hmm. I
And then
saw that.
you had Miles Turner. He had 20. So I mean, so so the so the guys who had to be checking these guys, I understand AD had one of those guys. You know what I mean, which had 36 and AD had 36, but
Right.
Hachimura only had 9 points. You should have been able to hold one of these guys off a little more because it sounds like to me is that you only was coming to bring defense. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? Whatever offense you gave us, we took it, but we needed that. We needed more defense from him and Prince because they was playing at the 4 spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To shut down those guys, and those guys was in high. You know what I mean? High. They scored pretty high numbers, and
Right.
that ain't good for us.
Well, the Lakers did too. Because when I look at the Pacers numbers, if I was just to look at these numbers and not look at the final score, I would assume the Pacers won the game. They had like 7 or 8 people scoring in double figures. So yeah, the Lakers was giving it up all night, but the Pacers gave it up more. Because the Lakers had 4 players score 20, 25 points or more. LeBron had 26, AD 36, Reeves had 25, and Dinwiddie had 26 off the bench. It looks like. So yeah, man, if you got Lakers scoring like that, but I mean, only on the defensive end could they possibly have lost that game. But if you got the Lakers scoring like that, they almost gonna win almost 100% of the time. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, I agree. If they're scoring like this, but our defense has to be something.
It
And
does.
then not only that, you know, if the Pacers then they had 31 fouls.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Which say to us that they can play defense. I mean they can. Obviously they was playing aggressive. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because if they had 31 fouls, then that mean they was doing a lot of
Aggressive defense, yeah.
aggressive defense, and the references calling a lot of fouls. But so they had that. So obviously we know that they was you know being aggressive. So if those calls wasn't called those fouls, what would the game look like then? You know what I mean? Like, are
Yeah.
we getting these points a lot off the? Are we getting the and one, or are we still scoring? You know what I mean? Are we still keeping those high spirits up, even though we're not getting our calls?
How many
You
fouls the
know,
Lakers have?
the Lakers only had 14.
Only 14 to 31. Oh wow,
Yeah,
you're
14.
absolutely right. That's probably the thing that kept them in the game, going to the free throw line so much.
Yeah. So obviously obviously the Lakers is too much for them.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did was they had to come out playing aggressively, which I saw that uh, when they was going to the hole and everything, and just trying to stay strong with the Lakers, stay big with the Lakers. The Lakers is playing big with them.
Right.
Uh, so if they didn't, I feel like they would have lost either way. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Because obviously they're not a good defensive team, but they
Mm-hmm.
got some type of firepower. But
Yeah.
if they're not given that type of mentality to kind of play aggressive and stop LA the way they tried to stop them, I don't think it'd have been no. I think it would have been a blowout. Honestly,
Right.
that's what I think. And
Mm-hmm.
all reality,
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like to me. 31 fouls to 14 fouls, and then you got a 5-point victory. Yeah, if the Pacers don't foul so much, they probably beat the Lakers by a significant margin, 10 to 15 points, something like that.
Yeah, right. But another thing I'm saying is they if they didn't play aggressive, they still wouldn't have beat the Lakers. Maybe the game wouldn't have been so close for the
Mm-hmm.
Pacers. Maybe the Lakers would have blew them out
Okay.
because they had to play so aggressive to keep up with the Lakers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like by them playing aggressive enough to try to stay in the game,
Mm-hmm.
the to try to keep control of the game or bring on a heavy presence on the court to make the guys uncomfortable. They had to just play heavy. They just had to bring that force that
Right.
kind of caused them to do to make the fouls. But if they did not play aggressive,
They
I
wouldn't
think
even been even close in there.
it wouldn't even been close enough. I think they just
Okay.
got blew out.
I got you. Well, yeah, that was a pretty good game last night, especially to be so high scoring. The Lakers and the Pacers almost put up 300 points last night, 145 to 150. I don't think I ever seen a 300-point total game in regulation.
Yeah, it's been crazy, and the Lakers, they haven't scored. It's been over 20 plus years since the Lakers have scored those type of numbers. It's,
20 something?
over 20, 25 years,
Wow.
30 years since the Lakers have scored that high of points in the game. 150 points. That is nuts. You know, and then
That's nuts, man.
That's crazy. And then we see AD had 36 and 16. He was 15 for 21 from the field goal.
Mm-hmm.
James had 26 and 10. He had the double, following right behind AD.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's talk about Dinwiddie.
I told you.
Dinwiddie.
I told you that was a good pickup from Brooklyn, man.
Yeah.
He was up there putting up buckets, man. He was 20 points a night when they let him start, and they gave him a lot of minutes on the court. They just put him on the bench, wanted to trade him for whatever reason.
Yeah, and we take him. Send him to the Lakers, baby. Send him to the Lakers.
Send him to the Lakers.
And he had 26. That was nice. He was 8 from 11 from the field goal, 2 from 3 from the 3-point line.
5 assists and 2 rebounds too.
5 assists, and we'd take that. Then following behind him, he had Reeves. Reeves had 25, 8 and 5. You know what I mean?
He just not consistent enough to me, man. But Reeves, I see these games from him. He'll pop out, have a ball game, man. You would think the Lakers could really do something with him, but he just not consistent enough for LeBron.
Yeah, man. And as long as we can get some consistency from him, Dinwiddie, can give us something nice every night. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the defense, that'll work for us.
Right.
And
no D-Lo last night.
No D-Lo, because he did fill in for D-Lo. I was just gonna say that I think D-Lo's out with like a knee situation going on.
Okay.
I guess they're trying to get that worked out. I don't know if he tweaked it or if it was a concern right there to where they didn't have play tonight. But yeah, he was out. Hopefully he'll be in the next game or all the upcoming games. Or whatever works best for the Lakers. And then Prince had 14 points, and he shot 2. He was 6 from 8 from the field goal, and he hit 2 out of 3 3-pointers. So like I said, it was a lot of firepower out there tonight. 41 rebounds from the team in total. That's
good.
That's pretty good. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? They shot 48%. Tonight, so that's from the 3-point line, and 56% field goal. So they had a pretty good.
They did, but in my opinion, if the Pacers not fouling so much, they win because they shot 50% from 3. And and if you look at that free throw disparity, DB, the Lakers took 43 free throws last night. The Pacers only took 16. That right there easily is your ball game. They only won by 5.
Yeah, they did, but that's what I'm saying. It could have went either way with those fouls because if they was fouling like that from playing aggressive and the ref wasn't calling the calls, could it have frustrated the Lakers to where it took something from them to where they kind of was frustrated to where they didn't perform as good as they should have continued to perform. You know what I mean? So that's one end of it, but the other end of it is, if they didn't play as hard and aggressive enough to be fouling, would they still would have won?
Would they even be in the game? Well, I don't know. I think that they would, because sending them to the free throw line like that was just crazy. 11 turnovers for the Pacers, 10 for the Lakers. Everything else was fairly even. It was just them foul shots was crazy. But yeah, the Lakers take that 150 to 145 to the Pacers last night in LA. Moving on, we had another pretty good game yesterday. Two powerhouse teams, one out of the East, one out of the West, the OKC Thunder and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Thunder fall to the Bucks 93 to 118. OKC falls to the Bucks. DB, did you see the game? What you think about the OKC Thunder in it?
It looked good for a minute, but the Bucks looked better. All honesty, they
too much for them.
That too much for them. It's too much. It's too much power there for them. You know what I mean?
Right.
The boys, they young. They don't. It's so much that they don't have. You know what I mean?
But they got a bomb team, and they're right at the top of the Western Conference. I mean, with Milwaukee yesterday, it looked like something changed. It looked like that offense was a little fluid yesterday for some reason.
Well, it was. That's because I think somebody been listening to me. I think they've been listening. You know, I think they've been listening. Like I said, Dame need that ball in his hand. He needs that ball in his hand to control the game and to facilitate and to let the ball rotate. You know, somewhere, somehow, some way. You know, we don't get paid to coach, but we see this. So you know, we not the one getting the money. So my question was, how is they not seeing this? You know what I mean? What was they running? You know, somebody need to cut us a check.
Doc Rivers got access to all of the film, and DB got to give him pointers on what to do. Right? That's crazy.
That's crazy. It's crazy. You know, so they had the ball in rotation, going high. It should have went. You know, however, if the bottom rotation, no matter who gets what, obviously. Some nights you're gonna have Dame going off, you're gonna have Giannis going off, or you might just have the both. But if no matter what, even if Dame don't put up so much of a high numbers, and he's facilitating and that ball is rotating the way it should, we are it's all good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody, the execution is there. You know what I mean? And they looked good. They looked good. I seen it was a problem because Dame played out, and he pulled the defense where he needed to pull the defense from. But then there was a lot of rotations. Giannis coming in, you know, it's the D-Lo. I mean, not D-Lo, Dame. You know, kicking the ball off to Giannis. Giannis coming down, dunking it. You know, or when Giannis cut in, you got Lopez cutting back out to the 3-point line, leaving him open because now the defense is pulled in from not only Dame but Giannis also, and then you got Lopez out there wide open to hit the three, and then all that. Popping threes. Then you got Lopez, then you got Middleton out there on the line. So they had so many opportunities the whole entire game, and to do what they wanted to do, and they did it. And obviously, OKC couldn't pick that up or stop that no type of way because guess what?
I think the MVP Giannis just showed up last night with 30 and 19. You're not gonna beat the Bucks when Giannis scoring like that. And then Dame didn't have but 11 last night. But so it's finally good to see the Bucks winning with both of them on the court. But it seems like for some reason they both can't have monster Damian Lillard and Giannis games together. It's either one or the other. Why do it seem to work that way?
Well, because somebody has to facilitate and get a ball up. You know what I mean? And then somehow, and I'm not gonna say, no matter what, if we worried about this, the thing about them, if we worried about Dame, and if they worried about Dame, and you still got Giannis out there, not only Giannis, you got Middleton, which gave us a triple-double tonight. Yeah. He gave us 11, 10, and 10.
So that's a nice line.
That's the nice triple-double, you know what I mean? And if that ball is still rotating, from an assist to an assist.
Yep. It's called the hockey assist. Dame Lillard might be making that hockey assist. He make the pass that leads to the pass.
Yeah, that's right. And then see that ball is constantly moving, which allows somebody else to, like you say, to find another guy to get them scoring. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's the beauty of it. They actually did what they're supposed to do as a team with those type of pieces that they have on the court. They actually they actually move that ball so everybody could do their thing. And with that ball move like that means everybody gets a piece of the cake. So now we have our closer, which is Giannis, who we just not gonna stop. Because the thing of it is, we gotta stop him or we gotta stop Dame. So let's choose. Let's pick. We gotta pick one. We can't stop both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we gotta figure out which one. And I ain't gonna really say stop, but we gonna focus on or kind of slow down more than we slow down the other one. In the best way we could possibly do it. And by them doing that, the whole team was able to get a piece of the cake almost. You know what I mean? Like, you had Middleton. He had 11 points, triple double. Lopez had 14 points.
I think Milwaukee just D'd up last night. The field goal percentage for OKC was 37%. Milwaukee shot 53%. They both shot almost the exact same amount of shots, but OKC couldn't get nothing to drop.
Yeah, they couldn't get. Yeah, they, like I said, it was good defense, and also they lost so much energy, and not only that, and determination to even get the job done because they couldn't stop. They couldn't figure nobody. They couldn't figure it out. They was running like chickens with their head cut off. Just think about it, man. You giving it everything you got, and to stop these guys, and you still got one exit. You still got one player that's gonna give you something. It's like it's like, good Lord, you had Jay Crowder out there tonight. Yeah. He had 10 points. He shot 100% from the 3-point line. It was only 2 shots, but he made the 2 shots
in 18 minutes.
And actually, he was 100% from the field goal. Period. His 4 shots, they counted, and it's like I said, it is 18 minutes. So Portis, he was 15, 2 and 6. 7-13. So
they had some pretty even scoring, and then Giannis was in super duper star mode. Some crazy 19 rebounds he pulled down, because it's 57 rebounds total that the Bucks actually got. They ended up pulling down 20 more rebounds than the OKC Thunder. So it looked like Giannis's rebounds made the difference.
Yeah, they was too little.
Too little. With Chet out there, man, I think he just float around that 3-point line too much. You need to get down there in the paint. He got to put some rocks in his pocket this summer, DB.
Oh yeah, he got to put some rocks in his pocket.
Yeah.
Because if he don't, that's gonna be the problem right there. That's gonna be one of the biggest issues.
They're gonna have to put another big man with him. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to put another because he wants to be a shooter, and he's definitely good down in the paint with his moves on offense. The problem is defensively and then getting rebounds. He can't let Giannis get 20 boards on him.
Nah, he can't do that. He can't do that. But the thing of it is, he can't stop him. He ain't got the grit. He ain't got the grit. He ain't that type of player. You know what I mean? And so,
Giannis ran right past him about 2 or 3 times yesterday.
Yeah. And he knew him, and he knew it. Like, he knew it. They both felt it. They both felt it. So he couldn't do nothing. But I think the intimidation was there too. You know what I mean?
Two-time MVP.
It's so many factors they play into that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. They're a young team that just not ready. They don't have the. They might have the will, but the heart ain't there either.
It ain't really there yet.
And the determination to get it done. And then, even with, like I said, even with the scoring, they had 33 assists. You know what I mean? Milwaukee did, and the Bucks, and OKC had 20. So, they they got it done tonight.
They just had a tough game on the road, but OKC still gonna be all right. Shooting 37%, I don't see that from them every night. But OKC, they lose to 93 to 118 to the Milwaukee Bucks yesterday. both still have a pretty stellar record, so I think they both will be fine after that game.
Oh, yeah.
We had an upset loss yesterday, in my opinion, as the 76ers, who the Lakers beat on Friday night, went into L.A. again, or stayed in L.A. probably, to face the Clippers. They actually win that game, 121-107 to the Clippers. How did the Clippers fall to the Embiid-less Sixers yesterday, DB?
Man, they failed. They just
Is Russell Westbrook that big a part of their offense? Is it just Russ, or?
It is. It's Russ has a big part to play in it. It is. It's Russ. We know that. It's Russ for a fact. Not only that, you got guys that's just not giving out what they supposed to be giving. I think the game get frustrating, and I saw that. And I saw that from a couple teams over this weekend. Frustrating moments to where the guys is just not clicking. They're not. They're you know what I mean. They're not. The cohesiveness is not there. They're not. They're not communicating on a good way, and the energy is thrown off, which kind of pulls it out the game, and the other team feeds off of it. You know what I mean? Defensively, it gives up. The frustration, it allows the defense, when you're not putting that into it, it allows the other team to capitalize on that defense. But you got, when the team it looked like they was at it.
So it looked like the Clippers got frustrated yesterday. Yeah, where was the frustration at? What do you think?
From the body, from what I saw, and like the body actions and stuff like that, it looked like from they couldn't move. They couldn't do what they wanted to do. Not only that, they couldn't get the stops they wanted to stop. And I kind of seen it where players was kind of like blaming each other. You know what I mean? Or and get on each other. So
just not enough scoring, if you ask me.
It wasn't, and I guarantee if they was mic'd up, we would have heard some stuff yesterday because I seen a play where with the Bulls, or what was that? That was the Clippers. One of the guys threw the ball in, and he moved. Matter of fact, that was with the Bulls. I'm sorry, but this is the example that I'm giving that I saw out. DeRozan.
It looked like they lost from the 3-point line from the stats. 18-37 for the Sixers, 10-28 for the Clippers. Yeah, you give up 18 3-pointers and you only make 10. Yeah, even to the Sixers, you'll probably lose that game.
Yeah, it was horrible. Like I said, it was horrible. And you can just tell that it was a team beef. There was a team beef with them, and I saw it with the Bulls also over the weekend. So, this it's a lot that come into these games as the clock is ticking down because the frustrations is there.
It's starting to ball over.
It's starting to ball over. It's a lot of finger pointing. There's a lot of this, a lot of that. And the guys going back and forth versus just overcoming and talking and getting through it. It's a lot of team beef. So
yeah, I mean, Kawhi had 20 points. Norman Powell had 20 points as well. He was the second leading scorer. Then Paul George at 18. Kawhi and PG just had some exceptionally low scoring games, and going into the playoffs, they have to be superstars. They both have to give you 25 plus points a game if the Clippers gonna have a chance going into the playoffs. To me.
Oh yeah, and then not only that, let's talk about that block. That block from Oubre Jr. Oubre, yeah.
Okay.
When, Paul was coming down and he off the fast break transition, he went up for the dunk and Oubre blocked
him.
Yeah, you know what I mean, and he felt like
Oubre an athlete, man. He got that in him.
Like he fouled him. Yeah, but Paul was supposed to finish that, and he treated him like he was a little dude and he was the big man. You know what I mean? And Paul felt like he had got fouled off of that, but obviously it was a clean block.
Refs didn't call nothing.
They ain't even review it. They ain't even fight it. So You know, like I said, they just came out to prove a point to them guys tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And obviously they got the hardest done to where they feel like they could have beat them, and they beat them.
Whooped them, if you ask me. Yeah, 121 to 107. The 76ers do take it over the Clippers yesterday. Sixers 39-32. Clippers 44-28.
And not only that, one more thing, your boy Harden. You know, he had 12 and 14, but that ain't good enough. You know, he had 14 assists.
14 assists. I see
Get
that.
the ball moving, but guess what? Guess what he had?
What?
He had an egg. He had a donut. The kind with the hole in the middle.
Right.
From the 3-point line, he was 0 from 6 from the 3-point line. He didn't hit not 1 3 yesterday.
He on that nowadays, man. James Harden he's not the James Harden from Houston, man. I'm just gonna be honest.
They had a horrible shooting record. You know, Kawhi, he was 1 for 6. You know what I mean? So only person that showed up 50% was Paul George. He was 4 from 8, but you know, you gotta do better than that. Powell had 55.
Yeah, Powell had a pretty good game. I figured he knocked down a few just because he had a 20-point game.
Yep, and Mans, he hit his 2, so but that ain't enough. So
it ain't enough. Also, we had another pretty good game yesterday. Battle with 2 Western Conference powerhouses. Well, one of them not doing so good this year, and that's the Golden State Warriors. They dropped their second game of the weekend, actually. The Warriors lose 110 to 114 to the Wolves. Anthony Edwards actually led the Wolves yesterday. Did you see the game, DB? What you think? How do you think about the Wolves? Do you think that they have a pretty good chance at the top of the Western Conference?
I think the way these teams is playing, man, the way they playing with the energy that they're giving out, and with Rudy returning, I think they do. I think they do, in all honesty. You know what I mean?
Even without Cat.
Even without Cat, because you still got a big down there. That's the only thing that matters. You need you a nice big who gonna deflect and who gonna do his job. You know, who gonna protect the paint and grab.
But don't you need that stretch big? Don't you win nowadays with that stretch big that can shoot? Rudy definitely can't shoot.
Yeah, Rudy can't shoot, but depending on who you playing, yeah, you gonna need the stretch big. I mean, depending on every. It ain't even.
I mean, they got Nas Reed, but do you think Nas Reed is enough? Because I thought in conjunction with Nas Reed was why the Timberwolves were doing so good, because he's having a tremendous year. Nas Reed is, but
you know what?
In conjunction with Cat, they just have an amazing backcourt for 2 bigs that can shoot the 3 like that.
Well, they still gonna do. I mean, Nas Reed gave you 20 points last night against Golden State. You know what I'm saying? He gave you 20 points. He was 6 from 8 from the 3-point line.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Who's like? What's going on? Like, who? Obviously, somebody couldn't stop him.
Couldn't stop him. They can't stop him. But see, that's what I'm saying. I think the Minnesota advantage be when they got both of them bigs out there that can shoot that ball like that, plus Rudy down in the paint. If they had Cat right now, I would be confident, especially with the way that Anthony Edwards playing right now, DB, that the Minnesota Timberwolves would probably come out of the West. I would actually bet on that.
Yeah, I mean, I would have too, man. They look, the record was even better before Cat went out. I mean, the record was even better. So we know that, you know, cause we were seeing that. So you're right on that. You know, they're actually a problem.
They are.
And with Cat in, and it's clear to see that they're a problem with Cat out. And not only that, Golden State was just too little for them. You know, with what they got going on over there, like you say, man. What you know what they want? He can't. Steph can't beat your Superman every night. You know what I mean? He only one man, and time is ticking for him too. He getting older too.
And he had another great game, man. He put up 31 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, but he just don't got nobody really showing up to the party with him. Klay Thompson played more minutes than Steph Curry. He played more minutes than anybody yesterday. Still only laid down 16 points, 2 assists and 3 rebounds. Klay Thompson just got to show up if Steph Curry gonna have a chance. But I don't know, man. I think they might be in danger of falling out of the playoffs altogether.
Oh yeah, they gonna fall out. They most definitely falling out, and cause it's not enough, man. It's just not enough You know, the game, it was a close game. They only won by 4, but therefore it costed them. You know what I mean? And 3 for 11 from the 3. But yeah, like so.
Yeah, they kind of lost it in the end of the game. They actually had it. They tied it in crunch time. They lost it at the end of the game. Like you said, Steph out there by himself basically. And
then they ain't got no big. They ain't honestly. They got power forwards. That's it.
I agree. They got a team full of forwards.
Yeah, you ain't got nobody. You know what I'm saying? To even go up, to even bang. You know what I mean? So
they got a team full of forwards. So if they not shooting at a high percentage, they forwards ain't gonna really be pulling no rebounds down. Not against Rudy Gobert.
No, it's not. And that's gonna kill him alone. You know what I mean? And so and Rudy, he had 12 rebounds. You know what I mean?
Which isn't a lot for him, but it's a pretty good game.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So it just ain't. They won't give him the game, man. And to answer your question, I think Minnesota, man, with the heart that they got and they got Rudy, I think they still gonna be a problem for a while until someone comes and juggernaut. You know what I mean? Knock them out. So, but the Warriors, they won't be with the games that's coming up. They gotta play. I don't think that they're gonna be okay. I don't see it. It's gonna take a miracle, and I don't think they got none coming their way.
I got you. Well, yeah, the Warriors lose their second game of the weekend, 110-114 to the T-Wolves. Couple more games yesterday. We had the Pistons and the Pelicans. Zion Williams and the Pelicans, they actually take the game, 114-101 to the Pistons. The Pelicans, like I said, DB, we actually looked at them. We were talking about that game the other day, man. They looking like a pretty dangerous ball club going into the playoffs. Brandon Ingram didn't even play yesterday, and the Pels get that victory. I know it's over the 12-win Detroit Pistons, which is almost the Washington Wizards in the East. But still, a win is a win. They were on the road. They got the victory. They looking pretty good going into the playoffs.
Well, yeah, you're right. They did get the win, so I agree with you on that. But it does matter what the team is. You know what I mean? Honestly, because they should have won against the Pistons.
Right.
Honestly,
I think so too.
You said they had 12 wins?
The Pistons have 12 wins. They got one win more than the Washington Wizards.
Yeah, because I don't have the stats in front of me, you know what I mean, for the Pistons. Obviously, I didn't go fishing. I didn't just go fishing, you know what I mean?
You don't go look at the losers, right?
I'm not going to go look. I didn't even go. It was too much other things that was going on that I could have tuned into.
I feel
other than that. You know what I mean? I didn't go check that out, you know what I mean? I expected for them to win against the Pistons, and they won against the Pistons. So I'm not impressed with, you know what I mean, with the Pelicans doing what they did. But I don't have much faith in them either. You know what I mean? I don't think that they're going to go as far, even though their record is what it is. I don't know how I got there, but I don't think that they're going to be a problem really for any of the big teams that's upcoming. They're not going to be able to pull it off, honestly.
You don't think that the Pels pull off an upset in these playoffs is what you're saying?
Right. I don't think they're going to pull it off. So,
yeah. Well, the Pelicans get that victory over the lowly Pistons, 114-101. We're going to move right on from that game. And we also had the Cavs and the Miami Heat yesterday. Cavs still without Donovan Mitchell. They fall in a large margin, 84-121 to the Heat. Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat get the victory at home. What you think about the Miami Heat, DB? You think they rounded into playoff form? You think they could be dangerous? You know, they did beat the Milwaukee Bucks, that was the number 1 seed last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, they did beat them, didn't they? I gotta see more from Miami. You know what I'm saying? I know. Like you said, they did their damage last year, and the playoff Jimmy is different. You know
that's
what I
right.
mean?
Playoff Jimmy is a real thing, man. That's not a myth.
So A lot of their players had double digits. I think over 6 players, if not six. It's like 6 players had double digits, over 6 players. So I mean, I think I think they shared the ball and they did enough. They didn't really have to go all out. They had 44 rebounds, so that was good. They protected what they had need to protect for a team over Cleveland. But I don't think that I got to see more from Miami also. I just don't.
Okay.
Right now, I just can't say that they're able to do nothing. And obviously, Cavaliers didn't give us nothing. It seems like their spirits is just not even in the game. Like they just knocked all out.
They need their superstar, man. I mean, they being led by their second best player, Darius Garland, right now. He been doing a decent job, but I mean, against the powerhouse teams, a team with Jimmy Butler on it, they ain't gonna do too well against that team.
No. So I don't think that with Miami, I'm not I wouldn't put my money on them to go all the way.
That looked like a Miami game yesterday, though, man. They had, 7 players in double figures? Nobody scored 20 points. But they had like 7 players score double figures. That's how Miami beats you.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. But I just need to see more from them. Like I said, this is Cavaliers thing that they stole. Obviously, Cavaliers' record is better than theirs.
Right.
So obviously they're a pretty good team.
Right, with their star for sure.
Yeah, with their star for sure. So, yeah, man, I just think that that was luck.
Yeah, they just beat up on them. They just beat up on a team without that's not at full power. Yeah. But it was a pretty good win for the Miami Heat anyway. I mean, any win is good going into the playoffs. It just helps keep your confidence high when you're steadily winning against teams, especially teams that have a better record than you. All right, so that was a pretty good one. So that was pretty much all of the games from the weekend that we wanted to discuss.
How about those Bulls against against Boston?
The Bulls and Celtics.
Yes, sir.
Let me take a look at it. I didn't see the game and I didn't check the stats. So that was for a Saturday game, correct? That was a Saturday game. Where the Celtics won the game 124 to 113. See, it wasn't no reason for me really, DB, to think about it because it's just the Celtics doing what they've been doing all year, busting people's heads, especially in the East.
Right. Yeah, you're right, especially in the East. I told them too because it was the Bulls. You get DeMar on the team.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Caruso and everybody. You know what I mean? So so DeAndre Drummond, and so I wanted to see what it went like, and they team, the Rose, he had 28 points. They team, a lot of the team had double digit numbers. You know what I mean? The Bulls, but they couldn't pull it off. That's what I wanted to see. Honestly, I watched it because I wanted to see Boston I wanted to see Boston
lose.
Yeah, right. I wanted to see if they was gonna hold it. You know what I mean? Because it's certain things.
Too much balanced scoring in Boston, man. If it ain't Tatum, if it ain't Brown, it's gonna be Al Horford. It's gonna be Cornette. It's gonna be White. They got way too many people on that team that can score 20 to 25 points.
Yeah, you're right. And I just wanted to see what they was gonna bring out. You know what I mean? And what was going to take place. So whenever they play against a team that's kind of decent, or not saying that, the Bulls is decent this year, but they're known for winning. They can pull some out the hat.
They'll pull one out, especially with the players that they got.
Yeah. So I wanted to see what was going to happen. And I pretty much seen, the Boston took the game again.
Gotcha.
Another W for them. So,
another win for the C's, amongst many things.
Right.
Well, I had a couple of questions aside from the game that I wanted to go over. One, namely the Golden State Warriors, that team. Steph Curry needs a co-star. And I'm pretty sure that they're not going to do anything in these playoffs. Obviously, anything can happen once the playoffs start. But I can almost guarantee you the Warriors ain't going to go too far. Do you think that the Golden State Warriors need to blow up their roster this summer?
I think they need to two things. I think they need to dynamite it. Boom, just blow it all up, like you say. Dynamite it, you know. And then I think they need to get a big man to add to them.
Definitely.
A decent big man. That's one. You know, just get rid of some pieces, bring some pieces in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's one. And then my next one is we just leave whoever's there, leave everybody there, and let's get that one pluck. Let's just pull Steph out, and we can send him to the Lakers.
I know that's right. Send him to the Lakers. Boy, you get Steph in LA, man. That'd be a cold day in hell. I know that ain't happening. Yeah, man, but I do think that they need to do something with that roster for sure. Only person, in my opinion, that shouldn't be off limits is Steph Curry. I think everybody else should be fair game. Draymond, Clay, man, in my opinion, if I'm the Warriors front office as well as Steph still playing, I just want to see some other pieces around him. I want to see if old boy still got it and he could take a young team to the playoffs like he did his other boys. What you think?
I think, a good some good hungry guys with a nice shot to him with some defense. I think he could do it. I think Brian can do it. Honestly, you know, but let's just say. Let's just say, because we know they ain't gonna trade Steph, but let's say Steph say, you know what, I just want to leave. I just want to go. I'm gonna go do what the great been doing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I want to do what LeBron been doing. I want to go get me a ring somewhere else. You know what I mean? Let's say he did that.
Let's say
nice. And you know what I'm saying? And where he decided to go was to the Lakers. I'm still in LA. I'm still in Cali.
Still in Cali.
I'm still in Cali. So, you know, that'd be a pretty picture right there.
I feel you.
Then you know, then let's say
I can't blame you for dreaming, DB.
They both could possibly get 2 rings. Two
more rings. Now I think Steph and LeBron too over the hill to benefit each other too much at this point in life. I think both of them, if they gonna win again, they need some young players around them to help them win.
You don't think LeBron and Steph could pull it off together for at least 2 more years?
I don't.
What?
They both old.
Oh my God!
They at that cliff point, DB. They at that point where their game gonna fall off a cliff at some point. Both of them. Watch.
Oh my God!
I agree, man.
I can't believe this. Listen, for everyone out here that's hearing this, that's listening to this, please, if you got any type of input and thought on this, please feel free to share.
Yeah.
Please feel free to share.
Sharon, put them in the comments, cause
I can't believe I'm hearing what I'm hearing from Baldhead.
Yeah, man.
You really surprised me today.
Baldhead, brother. Steph and
really
LeBron.
Surprised me today. You really surprised me today.
Nah.
You just anchored the ship, man. I can't believe this, man.
I got you, man.
But you know, you heard that. So
yeah, you heard that from me, man. That's my question about the Warriors. Another question I got is Kyrie Irving, because I saw this come up over the week after he scored another game winner or he hit another when he did the alley-hoop. After Luka threw him the alley-hoop, Draymond went on his podcast and Draymond said that Kyrie Irving is more, basically in so many words, he said that Kyrie Irving is the player that everybody thinks Kevin Durant is. And he actually made a statement that Kyrie Irving might be the most skilled player in the history of the league. Do you think Kyrie Irving is the most skilled player in NBA history, in your opinion?
In NBA history.
Skills. I mean, just his ability to score the ball, his degree of difficulty in shots, dribbling through players, stuff like that. Can you think of anybody better?
You know what? I would say him and Steph running neck to neck, man.
Draymond actually said that too. He said Steph is what he would say.
Cause I done seen both of them do some tremendous, beautiful things, man. And I done seen, and not only just to do it in a a game that didn't matter. They did it in the most important games.
And right, in big games.
In the big games. So that right there, I wouldn't get it to one person. I would get it to a duo of two, because there's just no way you can really judge it. But the way Steph shoot that ball, if you want to add that to it, then to answer your question, I'm gonna lean it towards Steph, but
over Kyrie.
But I would put Kyrie right behind it, because Steph has did it in a way to where it brought him 4 chips.
Right. I knew, and that was my question I was finna ask. I'm like, well, why do you give the nod to Steph over Kyrie when in my opinion, the only thing Steph got on Kyrie is a more consistent 3-point shot.
Yeah.
It's not dribbling. It's not defense. It's not anything. He's not anything better than Kyrie other than a better shooter.
Well, Steph
which made him a 4-time champion. So it made him more of a champion than Kyrie.
Yeah, and not only that, Steph is gonna run you off through the gym.
Right.
He's gonna run you. He's gonna run you off the screen. He's gonna run like you.
Run you raggedy.
Go run you. He's gonna run you raggedy. Go under the screen, over the screen. You know what I mean? Steph got some dribbles. You know what I mean? Too. You know what I mean? On top of that, after I just ran you, did my little crossover, whatever I did, I still shot the ball. And I could have just threw it up there to shoot it hot. So I'm so good, I could just throw the ball up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that, but I don't think that's a skill, obviously, to shoot a ball like that. But over Kyrie's skill set, just the dribbling, his ability to pass in crazy situations and just shoot over some of the most ridiculous shots, like that left hand float over Joker. I don't think that's something you'll ever see from Steph Curry.
No, I mean, Steph got a floater. He got a nice float piece to him.
Top of the key left hand floater for the win.
Right now, I can give you off head that any particular plays that he has done it in. But I've seen Steph give you those floaters and everything, man. Those last minute down the play. He
definitely got a good floater. I agree with you on that.
And, so I've seen it from him. So it's there. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, and all honesty, Steph is great, man. Over the last couple of years of him playing LeBron, I could not. I used to hate to see him come out, man. I used to hate to see them boys.
I know.
What I mean? But
he whooped on LeBron so many times, man.
It hurted, but but the thing about that is the fact that LeBron came in before him and he straight outlasted they whole wave that they had going on.
Yeah, Bron is definitely an Iron Man, DB.
He outlasted that Golden State wave of what they started, and he's still running. He's still doing his thing. Well, man, shout out to the GOAT, man. Shout out to the King.
Shout out to the GOAT, baby. Yeah, I think Kyrie might be the most skilled ever. That's just in my opinion. And the last question that I have for today is about our boy Ant-Man, man. Do you think that Ant-Man, being the alpha of the Wolves right now, can carry that team to a deep playoff run? I'm just saying to the Western Conference Finals, because he might see OKC or Denver and lose to a team like that. But do you think he can? You think for the most part he definitely carries the Wolves past the first and possibly the second round?
Yeah, I think I see him going somewhere in first, second.
I mean, that's the West now. That's over there where your Lakers at now. You do know that, right?
But that's why you see me over here. I'm between rocking a hard spot. But
okay,
the reason I said because Ant-Man can't put off by himself. That's the one. You know
okay,
what I mean?
Scenario: Wolves, Lakers. Bron and Ant-Man kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah, but I was gonna say this. Another thing, you still got AD and Rudy.
Nah, AD and Rudy plus Nas Reed.
That's what I'm saying. That's gonna be the matchup. Then you gotta kind of, so we know what Nas gonna do. So we gotta put somebody on him to slow him down. You know what I mean? Like, so whether it's Hayes or
Hachimura.
Hachimura. We gotta figure that out. You know what I mean? So that'll be a good battle. So I really can say I'm gonna stay true. I'm gonna stay true to what I know, man. And I'm going to my LA. I'm going to my LA guys, and I don't think they're gonna be able to beat and stop LA.
I feel you. Yeah, well, Ant-Man having a pretty good season, especially here at the end of it, man. I'd like to see this continue through the playoffs. So the Lakers and the Wolves make that. If that happens, Lakers and Wolves, we're gonna have to put a bet on that one, DB.
Oh yeah, I'm with that.
Definitely live on the air, baby. Well, that's it for us for today. Catch us every day, Monday through Friday, the Grindtime Morning Sports Show. I am your host, Baldhead, with DB, and we signing off for the day, y'all. Peace.